I love Tsukuyomi. Not only does it look absolutely awesome, at least for those getting hit by it, it's a great addition for role-playing or character immersion. It's exactly the type of jutsu I've wanted since launch. I'm casting my Genjutsu, trapping my opponent in a different reality, a reality that only they can see and no one else. But I am really struggling to see how useful it is. I've been running a lot of different loadouts while trying out Tsukuyomi, and they either don't work or it feels like there are some better choices out there. So last video I asked you guys for some suggestions, and you guys delivered. Some of them were loadouts that I had already tried before, and I'll show you how that went, but I'm also trying some of your ideas today. First up, we're gonna run Tsukuyomi with Paralysis Jutsu. I'm still running Itachi's new substitution and Izanami, mostly to get used to them. If you want to swap these out though, be my guest. But I do have to run healing tags on this because I've got absolutely no healing on my jutsu. The idea with this loadout is that Paralysis will make Tsukuyomi easier to land, because one of the biggest downsides to Tsukuyomi is the fact that it tracks very poorly. And just as I say that, I land this awesome snipe with Tsukuyomi on the attack type. Beautiful. He still takes the damage from Tsukuyomi even though he got knocked around by my teammates. I really don't know what breaks that jutsu. It seems just flimsy. This team fight is going great. We got 2 kills already. It is a 4v3 though, as one of the enemy team's ninja has snuck past us and is now capping A. We clean up though. We're gonna get B and I start moving towards C. It's looking like a 1v1 against this attack type, and interrupting his Rasengan with Paralysis into Tsukuyomi. And that was not a lot of damage, was it? The combo was successful. Paralysis did make Tsukuyomi easier to land, but I mean, the damage doesn't seem worth it. That was really nothing. Now, I still gotta try attacking the target during Tsukuyomi because you can actually do that without breaking Tsukuyomi. The rules on that, like I said, I'm a bit iffy on. Sometimes it just breaks the jutsu, sometimes it doesn't. But either way, for us to see the full potential of this jutsu, I am gonna have to try that out. I really shouldn't have stayed at C here. This 2v1 is definitely not going in my favor. But at least I kept 2 people busy at C. Our team has kept 2 points now. Even though we're behind, it looks like we're gonna come back no problem. There's a team fight going on at B. I'm gonna jump in there. Paralysis, miss. Unfortunate, but we're gonna try to pick up the kill on this range type. We just got wall splatted. Subs out, but we're gonna finish it no problem. B is ours. No one is trying to cap A, so we can move as a team towards C. But since they're attacking B, I might stay behind. Hit them with the Paralysis. That got immediately broken, so Tsukuyomi is gonna whiff there. So even though Paralysis makes Tsukuyomi easier to land, it's not a guaranteed combo still. The opponent's gonna activate his ultimate, but I'm here with Ashura, 2 heal types, and the slug is down. This is very hard to get killed. Paralysis connects. Tsukuyomi is gonna miss, unfortunately, as the last hit from Ashura is gonna knock the attack type away from range. And for some reason, he really wants to kill that slug. Chill, dude. There's 2 players here. You're gonna finally knock him away from this. Paralysis into Tsukuyomi. The defense type is gonna attack him. That didn't break his jutsu. And some attacks on top of that. That's a bit of damage. That's a bit more. I still wouldn't say it's great, but hey, it's better. 2v1 fight against this attack type as another range type joins the fight. That attack type is gonna end up falling, so now we do have the advantage as the defense type comes to my rescue. This loadout also doesn't have any defensive abilities, so if I get focused as the heal type, it's very hard to get people away from me. Big team fight going on at B. I'm going after this heal type right here, and they sub out, and then they ult, but they're already dead, so no problem there. We still hold 2 points. We're way ahead, and they keep trying to go for B as I activate Izanami. Now, my goal here is to go for C, and if someone chases me, they're gonna get rewinded, and they're not gonna be able to contest. Rewind triggers now, and the range type is not affected. I'm gonna guess the range type was not alive back when I activated it, so they were not affected by the loop. So I'm gonna have to try and stun them, and unfortunately that didn't work either. What the hell? I really hate when this happens. The loop, I understand the loop not working, but the stun, come on, they were right in my face. Why the hell wouldn't they stun there? I got robbed. I got mega robbed there, so I'm gonna give up C because this play just did not work out. If I stay at C, I'm gonna die. I'm outnumbered, so let's retreat and just hold our 2 points. The whole team is fighting here at B. Paralysis Jutsu is gonna miss, so is Tsukuyomi. That Kirin hit absolutely no one, and this range type is trying to win a 1v4 fight. Yeah, that's not going great. I'm gonna move in on this attack type, get him with Paralysis, get him with Tsukuyomi, full melee combo, Again, that's not a lot of damage. Sure, he ulted, we won, but that just wasn't a lot of damage to begin with. I think this is actually a great loadout for stalling and disabling, because both of these jutsu are gonna stun the opponent for a pretty long time. That said, very low damage output. As a heal type, you have very low healing, it's only the healing tags, and you have no defensive options. If you get focused by the enemy team, you have no way of getting them off of you. Overall, I just really don't like this loadout. Now, some of you suggested that I use heavy weight boulder instead of paralysis, with the idea being the same. By slowing down the enemy, it's easier to hit them with Tsukuyomi, but I just don't see how that's gonna increase my damage output or healing. And that's when I had the idea of using lava. By standing in lava, enemies are slowed down, which makes it easier to hit them with Tsukuyomi. And while they are trapped in the Genjutsu, they are actually burning with lava damage. Now, hitting opponents with lava isn't always easy, since players spend a lot of time in the air in Shinobi Striker. So, my friend Esper ran a range type with the Rinnegan swap to put some fools in my lava. So I'm gonna place my lava right here, and Esper is gonna place a Paralysis seal down and swap their range type. Tsukuyomi, and unfortunately, the Truth Seeker orbs were already activated by our heal type. They were attacking that range type before the swap even happened, so by the time it changed places, the orbs just tracked them all the way there, interrupting the Tsukuyomi damage. But that's still a decent amount of damage. We get the first scroll in this team fight, so we're all good, even though they had a Sand Shield, and I don't think we're running any counters, except for Lava Style, which was on cooldown. This range type is gonna fall pretty fast, and now we have the advantage. Lava on the ground, and our range type also falls, so it's a 3v3. Tsukuyomi is gonna miss, but that lava is doing some damage because the enemy team simply cannot land. I'm gonna try to keep my team alive with healing tags alone, and now I'm being chased out of the team battle. But unfortunately for this attack type, I still had my substitution. Big explosion comes in, and Esper comes to my rescue as the range type, so it's a 2v1 situation. So we're just gonna finish this attack type with some good old-fashioned punching. Put the lava on the ground, try to set up something. That defense type is looking tasty, and unfortunately, he leaves Esper's line of sight. Combo unsuccessful, but we chase down that kill, and we're able to get it no problem. 3 enemies incoming, so lava style on the ground, just some good old-fashioned area denial. Actually end up connecting on 2 enemies, so they are heavily slowed down. Unfortunately, none of them are standing in the lava as I get knocked around. But then they decide to stand there, so Tsukuyomi, that's gonna land, and this jumping attack knocks the opponent out of Tsukuyomi. I really don't understand the rules. Maybe it's because the lunge was pretty long, because I've definitely landed some jumping light attacks in the past without breaking Tsukuyomi at all. It looks like we're gonna have no problem getting this scroll as the attack type is more worried about our range type. Let's snipe that guy. That is beautiful. Hit him with Tsukuyomi, and we get the Kirin. What a play, ladies and gentlemen. What a play. Time to try out the combo again. Put lava on the ground, and unfortunately that opponent left our line of sight, so we're gonna have to relocate. Quickly charge that cooldown. Put lava on the ground again. There are 3 opponents in sight, so we should be able to grab one of them, no problem. Paralysis seal is ready, and here's the swap. And here's Tsukuyomi. Now I'm really scared of attacking him because I don't want to break the combo. And that's a lot more damage than the Paralysis Seal into Tsukuyomi combo was. I wouldn't say it's amazing damage. It would definitely help if the range type also had something ready to combo that with. At that point, we might be able to take a character with this combo alone. But we move on to the final scroll, which is a cooldown scroll that the enemy team picked up. But we are 2 kills away from winning. This defense type is just going to stand in the lava and die. Our range type has ultimate, but unfortunately does not get the kill. That said, this range type is bleeding heavily. He puts the tandem down, but it doesn't matter. He's already dead. I wouldn't say this loadout has great damage, but it also doesn't have low damage, so that's not going to be a pro or a con. It's just okay. This loadout does have very good area denial because you can put the lava down, and if someone is just trying to control a point, Tsukuyomi is unblockable, you can get rid of them that way. That said, we still have very low healing because all we have are the healing tags. This combo requires a range type to combo because otherwise it's really hard to land it, as opponents tend to very easily avoid the lava. And even with the range type, the combo is not guaranteed because Tsukuyomi is flimsy as hell and it can be interrupted at any time. Also not a big fan of this loadout, and I was starting to despair, and that's when finally the YouTube comments came to my rescue. Hey Glob, good build to Tsukuyomi. It's Shadow Strange. It's a one-shot without even ulting. Oh? Shadow Possession, I assume, with a Strangle. That's very interesting. I changed my substitution at this point because I just don't think Itachi substitution cooldown is acceptable for heal types. But let's try it out. This combo sounds awesome. Unfortunately, we got a base battle and one of our teammates disconnected. And on base battle, being outnumbered outnumbered is a huge disadvantage, because even if you win every team fight, you just don't have the numbers to cap the points that need capping. Heal type coming in for C. I've got Shadow Possession ready. I do connect with Shadow Possession and I'm gonna strangle, but Tsukuyomi is not gonna connect because it does not go through the water pillar. So this point is free for the heal type. I'm gonna dodge that Heavenly Foot of Pain, try to counter with Shadow Possession, but yeah, the opponent jumped. I wasn't fast enough, or the Jutsu wasn't fast enough. Think about that. Maybe it's the Jutsu's fault. Don't blame the player, blame the game. Nah, that was definitely me. And now it's a 2v1. Attack type and heal type both attacking C. I don't stand a chance here. Even if I win the team battle, it's gonna take way too long, so I'm gonna relocate to A, which is also being guarded by a heal type, and I sub out immediately. But I also forced the substitution out fast. An attack type teammate joins me here, but we are being attacked by 3 players now, 2 attack types and 1 healer. We are still outnumbered. We're gonna be outnumbered every single time in this match, but all that matters is testing the combo out. That's all I want to see. So Shadow Possession, miss. Man, that thing really does not hit anyone that's in the air, even if they're just an inch above the ground. It's crazy. Tried to pull off another Shadow Possession here, and that ends up getting me killed, which reminds me, yeah, I'm not used to Shadow Possession at all. That was a very bad time to use it. Attack type coming in with Flying Raijin. I am purposely standing outside point C because I want someone to stand there and block, which this heal type does. Shadow Possession, Strangle, Tsukuyomi. And now let's get in there, stop the cap, and attack as soon as Tsukuyomi triggers, and you lied to me. Okay, honestly, that did way more damage than I was expecting. It's not a one-shot, but YouTube comments tend to exaggerate things a little bit. The cooldown on Shadow Possession is super low though, so we're gonna pull it off again. The Strangle comes through. I get hit by a kunai, but that's not gonna stop me from taking this heal type. Beautifully done. Izanami is ready. I activated immediately because we're gonna need Izanami twice in this match if we wanna get it. And Tsukuyomi actually lands there. I snipe it raw, but the range type is going to interrupt that effect. The rewind comes through. Man is jumping around, so I cannot hit him with Shadow Possession. This is a pixel. We have to take this kill. So I'll just, yeah, let's just stun him. And now I'm kind of regretting it because there's an attack type moving towards the point along with a heal type, and I'm blind and I don't have Jutsu. And there's that water pillar again. If we're not running a counter, there's just nothing we can do. Especially if they ult with a mist on top of it. Yeah, I just got to get out of there and try to cap something else. We're losing B. We're actually close to losing all the points, so I'm gonna move to C, and Shadow Possession really doesn't hit anyone airborne, does it? It's crazy. Don't get me wrong, it makes sense. You're trying to trap their shadow, but I think even when they're jumping a little bit off the ground, there's still a shadow on the ground. We somehow take back C. I'm battling for this A point as best as I can, attacking this heal type, and Tsukuyomi as the heal type gets up. Unfortunately, they rolled, so I wasn't able to get it. A range type comes in, and while the heal type is occupied with that, I'm gonna cap A. Try to Tsukuyomi on wake up and random ultimate to finish the game. Look, we were outnumbered, the match didn't go great, but the combo is a success. There might be something to this. It's good combo damage. That said, it is weak to aerial opponents because it just doesn't hit anyone that's jumping. The shadow just doesn't reach there. And once again, kind of low healing. Even though this loadout surpassed my expectations, I still feel like heal types can do better than this. Tsukuyomi feels like a shackle. Even though we found a good combo, we can definitely do better. Especially since beads were added to the mix with the Itachi DLC, it just feels like that is the way to go if you want to make the best possible heal type. But if you want to roleplay as a Genjutsu master, now you have the option to. And thank you guys so much for your suggestions in the comments. I had a lot of fun trying out these builds, so we should do that more often. But do let me know what your thoughts are on Tsukuyomi. Do you also feel like it's maybe not powerful enough, or are you doing really well with it as a heal type? Let me know in the comments. And as always, thank you very much for watching. My name is Globku, and I'll see you next time. Bye!